The real estate sector has experienced remarkable growth and development in recent years, fueled by factors such as population growth, urbanization, and rising demand for housing. Despite notable achievements, the sector still grapples with challenges that must be addressed for sustainable growth and improved investor confidence.
The way it is now is not sustainable. There are so many landlords that no longer see real estate as, especially when it comes to rent, as an investment. They just buy, build, and sell to avoid the headache of chasing tenants for rent. So in itself is not helping. And so today you see a lot of properties that are springing up everywhere, not for people who can easily afford rent, but for people who are looking forward to buying. A landlord has said it before to me. He said, if I am sure of getting it every month, then I can plan, with it. But where I'm not sure of even getting it annually, and then you're saying monthly, how will I plan? Most of these materials are imported. Okay, so you see how cement went from less than 1,000 to maybe 5,000, and then a particular organization brought it down to 3,500 and maybe trying to. So at the end of the day, it affects the total price of putting that structure up. If it's a property you'd have finished with, let's say 15 million, for instance, and then now you're spending 35, 40 million, how much will you charge as rent? But at the end of the day, the tenants are still unable to pay. So when you see new properties being developed every day, the price will go up. And immediately the price of those new properties go up, the price of the old ones will follow. We can't be in the same neighborhood. Because I built a new 3-bedroom flat and I'm putting it out for 3.5 million, you have your 3-bedroom flat for 1.5 million. The next year I will increase my rent. If you're not ready to pay, move out.
One of the key trends in Nigeria's real estate development market is the increasing popularity of gated communities and luxury estates, which appeal to the growing middle class and catering for diverse needs of only the rich and affluent.
Real estate developers cater for a particular segment of the market. But again, it's not their job. They are in business. Okay, I'm not talking for them, but they are in business. So you have to look at where you make the most profit. All right, and that's why mortgage would have helped a lot, where government can help finance these projects and then allow citizens to pay over a period of time. So real estate developers who maybe went to a bank to get 5 billion to develop a certain estate will not tell stories to the bank, and they are not building to rent. They can build it, sell it, and then let the person who bought it rent it out. So they will look out for where they can make the most profit. And the people who can pay are those who have the money. And so they will build something that their target market will be able to buy. And then sometimes they also create flexible payment options for those set of people. So if you can't buy at once, we can give you 6 months to buy. We can give you 1 year to buy. But you won't find that with civil servants or the general public. They don't have that capacity. So when you drive around Abuja, you see a lot of estates. You see empty properties developed, but buyers. Then you see a lot of people who are willing to sell properties, but you don't really have buyers. I won't spend 50 million, 100 million developing a property and you expect me to sell at 80. Who is bridging the gap?
The real estate market is open to the poor and the rich as we speak currently, because there are certain schemes made to make the poor now or the low-income earners get a building to themselves. So we have the Federal Mortgage Bank too coming in to see that, okay, they create a particular scheme for people to have their own buildings, probably the low-income earners, as against, of course, the bourgeoisie who can just come and buy outrightly or pay for a building. So, but the low-income earners too gets these positives too, as we speak, because they tend to have this particular scheme made for them, and then there's a particular period of a mortgage they get so that they can acquire a property. So these things are looked into. The low-income earners, the middle-income earners too, all are being infused now into the real estate scene.
Rent have increased by between 25% and 40% in largely populated cities like Lagos, Abuja, Kano, and Port Harcourt, where the like have risen to about 50% in certain locations in the last 3 years. For example, A duplex of 4 bedroom that was let out for 4 million naira to 4.5 million naira now go for between 6 million naira and 7 million naira yearly.